I'm Dr. Biaggi, and this is your Musicology Smackdown. Oh, tiddly 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 tiddly. And that, class, was my rendition of the bittersweet Irish classic, Oh Danny Boy. This week we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and by we, I mean those with little to no culture aside from the drink. By celebrate, I mean set the stage for early liver failure, and by St. Patrick's Day, I mean the Wednesday you won't remember. Whiskey, famine, depression, and happy-go-lucky dwarves aside, the Irish have actually contributed a great deal to the music world, and I want to make sure their efforts haven't gone unnoticed. The Chieftains, who between them barely have one upper lip, this week released San Patricio, an album that allegedly brings to life the story of the San Patricio Battalion, Irish Americans who deserted the U.S. Army to join the Mexican side in the Mexican-American War. The Irish soldiers had been promised that if there was one place on earth they were bound to see more drunken layabouts than in Ireland, it was definitely in Mexico. So they picked up their muskets and off they went, only to come home with severe cases of an STD known enigmatically as Garcia's folly, as well as a yen for tortillas and the breast milk of prostitutes. The Chieftains call their latest project an unprecedented blend of the heritage of Ireland and Mexico. Clearly, they'd never met sexually rapacious actor Anthony Quinn, himself of Mexican and Irish descent, and therefore probably also the bastard product of someone's drunken mistake. Diversity campaigns aside, we can also thank the tiny green island for Riverdance, a show featuring thousands of erstwhile young autistic patients with a terrible case of the shakes. There might be only one thing worse than the maniacal dancing and violently closeted homosexuality, and that is the soul-fleecing synthetic bagpipes, harps, and fiddles, churning out what can only be described as a prescription for a good old-fashioned Irish stroke. We can thank Dublin native Sinead O'Connor for showing us that the future reggae-loving, self-hating, excommunicated Catholic, bisexual, bipolar, buzz-cut musicians of the world will always have a high priestess ready to rip up a photo of any religious icon of their choosing and help them pay for their abortions. Recently, McBaldy has been demoing songs and plans to release new material in the coming months. Having given up maligning the Catholics in favor of secular Jews, for her next SNL appearance, O'Connor plans to rip up a photo of Woody Allen. And if you've ever bought bath salts at a strip mall, you can thank Enya for providing you with the soundtrack. Since the early 90s, this bitch is sitting pretty weaving tea cozies out of all the souls she bought with her unreasonably uplifting, high-pitched, faux spiritual songs. But when March 17th rolls around, who doesn't love hearing themselves sing along to Irish hits like Whiskey in the Jar, Wild Rover, and When Irish Eyes Are Smiling? For you, the disreputably sounding label 100 Hits has just produced a CD compilation called Irish Party, for the moment you're struggling between sobriety and a balls-out shit-facing and decide to go for the gold at the end of the rainbow. By gold, I mean a reincarnation of your lunch, and by rainbow, of course, I mean toilet. Sure, there's U2, Van Morrison, the Cranberries, Thin Lizzy, and the Pogues, who have given us all manner of raucous, whiskey-fueled, politicized angst. But when you're sloppy drunk on corned beef and Guinness, who the hell is going to remember the words to Zooropa anyway? So here's to songs you'll sing before those Irish eyes stop smiling and you just pass out. This is Dr. Biaggi saying Erin Gabra, and turn it up.